days. Remember, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you've contributed to creating, no matter what's happening, you're always doing the best you can with the understanding and awareness and knowledge that you have. And when you know more, you'll do it differently. So never, ever, please berate yourself for where you were or even where you are. You know, say to yourself, you're doing the best you can. But, you know, we're in a pickle now and we want to get out of it. So let's find out what's the best way to do it. Because if all you do is tell yourself that you're stupid, then you stay stuck. You need loving support if you want to make changes. I started to watch some of what I said. And I became aware of my self-criticism and I tried to stop it. And I began to babble affirmations without quite knowing what they meant. And a few small changes began to take place. And I started doing with the easy ones, of course. I got the green lights in the parking places. And boy, did I think I was hot stuff. Oh, wow. I thought I knew it all. And I very soon became very cocky and arrogant and dogmatic in my beliefs. And feeling I knew all the answers. But it was my way of feeling safe in this new area that I was moving through. Because, you know, when you start to move away from some of your rigid old beliefs, especially if you've been into control forever in order to feel safe, it's very scary to move out and start trusting an affirmation. I mean, this is, you know, a thought that's going through your mind and you're trusting it to change your life. That's a very scary thing to do. So I was grasping onto things. And yet it was a beginning. It was a beginning for me, and I still had a long way to go. And like most of us, I didn't find the pathway always easy and smooth because just babbling affirmations didn't always work. And I couldn't understand why. What was I doing wrong? Immediately, right, you go for yourself, what am I doing wrong? Was this one more example of me not being good enough? My favorite old one. I remember my teacher at the time used to mention to me resentment. And I didn't have the faintest idea of what he was talking about. Me? Surely I didn't have any resentments. I mean, after all, I was on the pathway. I was spiritually perfect. How little I could see of myself then. But I continued with my life, and I continued doing the best thing I could. And I studied metaphysics and spirituality and myself as much as I could. I grasped what I could, and sometimes I applied it. You know, we know a lot of things, or we grasp them, but we don't always practice. We don't always use them. And at that point, I've been into it for 2 or 3 years. You know, time goes by very quickly. I was beginning to teach it. I had become a practitioner with Science of Mind. And I wondered now and then why my students seemed to be so stuck. Why were they so stuck in their problems? I gave them so much good advice. Why weren't they using it and getting well? Why weren't they living it? It never dawned on me that I was talking the truth more than I was living it. It was sort of like being a parent that tells you what to do and then does exactly the opposite or doesn't practice what they're talking about.